What is going on, YouTube? It is Monday night. We're going to take a look at some of the top cryptos out there. We're going to take a look at see how things are going. We had some pretty deep cuts yesterday. We had a pretty steep pullback. I was kind of predicting it, but I was not predicting it to be that bad. But it looks like, as I said in last night's show, don't sell off because by tomorrow night, it's going to be recovering. And just as sure as anything, we saw 2 days of red, 2 days of blood red, and now we're seeing green finally. Monday night's green. It's following the typical pattern. Usually Sunday afternoon, you're going to see a bit of a sell-off, but by usually Sunday night, you kind of start to see a bit of a recovery, and into Monday, you start to recover. So prices are starting to recover now. So when you see stuff like that, don't flip out. This time I actually held strong and didn't sell any of my ZCASH, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. So let's take a look and see how the market's going. And remember, we've got that fork coming up on the 18th, which is going to be Thursday. We're going to be getting a ratio of 1 for 1. So if you hold one full ZCASH, you're going to get one full YCash. So I've been reading on Google that there's theories that the YCash supply they want to do about 6.1 million of supply to 21 million. That's what they want to keep it around. So we'll see what I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's what I've been reading on Google. I just thought I'd pass it on to you. But, let's take a look and see what's going on. So ZCASH is the first coin. We're number 24. We got a market cap of $557,000. We're at $79.87. We're up 1.85%. Let's take a look at that 24-hour. Let's see. The 24-hour. We started out at about 77.09. ZCASH really didn't suffer that much loss. I mean, yeah, it might have dropped $10, but it really wasn't that bad of a deal. I think maybe 13 at the most. So, like I said, we started out the day at about 77.09. And let's see what this is right here. Yeah, 77.09 so far. Looks like that's going to be your low. And kind of just ping-ponged a little bit back and forth. A lot of sideways going on here. Between 78, 79, 77, 78. Just some sideways trading. And now we're finally starting to pick up 81.47. And so far the high today is about 82.20. Then you kind of retraced a little bit down here to about 78, 79, 80. But ZCASH is looking better. I'm going to maintain that if we can pick up some speed, maybe consolidate out for the next, I don't know, 10 days or so, or next 4 or 5 days actually before the fork. I'm thinking you could see a 90 to 95, maybe $100 ZCASH by fork time. And just be careful. Typically when you have a fork like this, you're going to have a bit of a run up. And then like around the time of the fork or around the end of the fork, you're going to start to see a steep sell-off. So just be prepared for that. I intend to put most of my stuff into Litecoin again because I know the Litecoin halving is coming up. But yeah, ZCASH is looking pretty good. I think top side you're going to see between 110, 115, maybe 125 by the time Thursday rolls around. If there's a big enough push. Low end, you're going to see about 85 to 90, but I don't think we're going to revisit 79, 80. We could, but I think the closer we get to Thursday, I think you're going to start to see a lot more pickup. So ZCASH is looking pretty good. Let's move on to Chainlink. Chainlink's the next coin I'm going to be covering. And guys, you leave in the comments if there's any other coin. I don't care if it's from number 1 to, as long as it's on the top 100 list. If there's a coin out there you want me to review, I'd be glad to do it. So just let me know in the comments below. All right, Chainlink is number 16. We got a market cap of $951,000. We're at about $2.72. and we're up 0.69%. Let's take a look at that 24-hour. So surprisingly, Chainlink didn't really suffer that great of losses either. So let's see, we started out at about 264, popped to about 278, kind of ping-ponged around a little bit here, popped to about 284, so I believe 284 is going to be your high. 265 is going to be your low. So I'm going to continue to maintain that Chainlink's going to be between a 5. We're going to be trading around this channel for a while between, I'd say, 250-ish to 4, between that area. But I think you're eventually going to see a 5. And given enough time and enough, enough positive news, I think this could be a $20 to $25, maybe $35 coin. So these prices, hell, I'm thinking maybe even 100 someday. So right now, these prices are looking pretty darn good, guys. Let's move on to the next coin, which is going to be, let's see who's got number 5 today. Bitcoin Cash is still residing at number 5, but it is really close to Litecoin. Look at that. You are not there. You are pretty much neck and neck. You're talking the difference of maybe $1 million or so. I mean, that is just crazy. 5.6 bill, actually, maybe $1 billion. Yeah, it's $1 billion. Forgive me, I'm sorry. But you're talking, I mean, you're not talking very much. You're talking between 5.622 billion and 5.539 billion. I mean, that is not much of a market cap gap at all. So, number 5 is Bitcoin Cash. You're at 5.539 bill. We're at 309.56. You're up 11.3%, 0.03%, which is great. Let's take a look at that 24-hour chart. You're definitely looking better today than you were yesterday. You started out today at about 275.43, popped to about 285.57, ping-ponged a little bit, little bit of sideways going on here, and then you shot up to about 314.67 and retraced about 310. So I'm going to say 314.67 is going to be your high, and your low is going to be about 276.05. 276.05. So Bitcoin Cash is looking really good now that we've got a chance to get the RSIs and everything down. You want to get everything calmed down, and then you're going to start to see movement again. And we're starting to see movement. We're in kind of a recovery phase now. So I think Bitcoin Cash, you're going to still see about a $500. I think it's going to at least touch 500 by the end of summer, maybe 550, maybe 600. So Bitcoin Cash is looking pretty good. Let's see, take a look at the next coin, which is going to be Litecoin. And Litecoin is number 4 still. We got a market cap of 5.614 bill. We're at $89.57. And we're up 1.51%. Let's take a look at that 24-hour. And I hate to say it, guys, but I'm kind of hoping that Litecoin stays a little bit low at least until Saturday. So when I sell my ZCASH, I will be able to get back into Litecoin at a pretty decent price. So, Litecoin started out the day at about 87.12. And then, if you guys can see that, let me try to zoom you in a little bit better. There we go. I hope that's okay. Okay, 87.12. Then you popped to about 88.91. Ping pong, then you went to 91.78, so we're recovering nicely, as I thought we would. 92.54. So far, guys, it looks like 92.54 is going to be your high for today. Yeah. And your low so far, 87.43. Litecoin, I'm still going to maintain. I think, like Charlie said, you're probably going to realistically see by the halving 140, maybe 150. I think what I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I think what Charlie meant was he doesn't really see a major pop like some of these characters are saying is going to be. You know, like me too, I thought it was going to be all crazy, but I think realistically, I think Charlie's right. I think it's going to be about 140, maybe 150. I think, though, after the halving, when you start to see these numbers taking effect, when you see the reaction of the coin being cut in half by the miners, the supply, I think you're going to then start to slowly but surely see a price increase. I don't want to say how much. Maybe it could be $600, because remember, they're going to cut the supply that they give to the miners in half. So instead of each block getting a 25 coin reward, you're only going to get 12.5 reward. So that means you're going to cut the supply in half. And so I think it's going to, over time, make the price go up. I don't think after the day of the halving, August 5th, I don't think it's going to go straight to $600. No, I don't think that's going to happen. Over time it might, but I think realistically, you're going to see a price run up for people wanting to get in to maybe 140, maybe 150. But that's my, I'd say top side 250. Let's say 250 to 300 tops. So I'm going to still maintain $300 tops, maybe 600. Well, Litecoin's looking pretty good, guys. Let's move on to the next coin, which is going to be XRP. XRP is number 3, of course, and we got a market cap of 13.452 bill. We're at 31 cents. We're up 2.99%. Let's take a look at that 24-hour chart. And your 24-hour for Ripple, you started out the day at about 0.302. Then you skyrocketed all the way to 0.313. Then you kind of retraced to about, actually you stayed around 313, 311, just kind of ping-ponging all day. I think 0.321, let's see what it says back here. 3.321 is going to be your high. Your low, guys, is going to be about 0.304. Like I've said many times, I think XRP is a good safe coin right now, because even in these bad market drops, it doesn't really tend to drop all that much, maybe a few cents. I know it stings a little bit, but I think XRP is a good token to get into. I think what they need to do with XRP is they need to cut the supply down. You've got like over 1 billion. You've got a huge amount of supply, and that is why it's at, it remains at 40 cents or 30 cents. That's why it's staying in this range, because there's such a huge supply. But I think once they cut that supply down, you're going to see a huge spike. That's what I'm going to see. That's how it's going to run up to 35, 40 bucks, like I was saying before. It's going to run up to 35, 40 bucks when the supply gets cut. I mean, the way it is right now, you're going to stay around the 45, 50 cent, maybe 65 cent, maybe $1 range at this supply level. But once they start cutting the supply level, then you're going to see a spike in price. Well, XRP is looking pretty good. Let's go to Ethereum. And Ethereum is your number 2 coin for today. You've got a market cap of about 24.552 bill. We're at 229.64. We're up 4.46%. Let's take a look at that 24-hour. And you started out today at about 217.04. Went down, 217.04. Went up to about 224. And then you went up to about 226. 234 so far, 79 I think is going to be your high. And your low is going to be about 217.04. So 217.04 would have been a time to get in. That's a great price point to get in. So Ethereum, guys, we had a little bit of a hiccup, but I think you're going to shoot right back up to 300, 270, 300. I'm mining Ethereum right now, and I'm just going to keep on it. I plan on adding more GPUs to my rig, so where I'm going to try to get as much ether as I can. So keep on buying, guys. It'll go up. It's going to take some time, but we're going to get back to 300. We might even close 400 at the end of the summer. All right, guys, let's move on to Bitcoin, and we'll just do an overall market cap and wrap it up for tonight. Okay, Bitcoin, of course, is number one. We got a market cap of about 192 trill. We're at 10,788.26. We're up 6.20%, which is recovering nicely. Let's take a look at that 24-hour chart. And you started out today at about 10,092.90. Popped to about 10,238.36. Kind of ping pong a little bit. Right up about here is going to be your high. So you touched 11,000 again. 11,039.52 is going to be your high. And your low so far, 10,092.90. So that would have been a good entry point. As I've said before, I would love to see it go back down to 9,500 just temporarily. Enough, of course, for me to, just enough time for me to pick it up. And then once I buy it, then let the price just skyrocket. Anyway, let's move on. Bitcoin's looking pretty nice. I think you're going to see it touch $16,000, guys, this year. I really do. I believe you're going to see a $16,000 Bitcoin, maybe 17. Actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think let's say 18. You're going to get back to 18,000 this year, guys. Maybe by the end of the year. All right, we'll take a look at the overall market, and we'll just go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Your overall market cap is about 289 bill. You've got a total 24-hour volume of 70.922 bill, and Bitcoin dominance is up 66.5%. Well, guys, market's looking good. I told you things are going to calm down. Things are going to start going up again. We're going to start moving again. So that's what we're doing, just as predicted. So this is Crypto Vision, Monday night, signing off. Peace out, guys.